Anglers Extra.
Chatham and Harwich meet up at 7 p.m., but now it's time for the catch of the day. Today's guest has not lost a start yet in college, and his name's Derek Self. Derek, welcome aboard.
Nice to be here.
So you go to Louisville, and freshman year, 7-0. Sophomore year, you do it again, 7-0. Have not lost a game yet. First of all, have you had any close calls?
Oh, yeah, of course. I've never just went out there and made it easy. You know, there's been a lot of close calls, but obviously our defense and our offense just took off. And I really wasn't too worried about till later in the game, say, I could have lost that game, you know. But our defense and offense was just too good, and they always had my back. So, yeah, there's close calls, but I'm sure there'll be more. But hopefully we won't jinx this. So.
Right. We don't want to jinx it, of course, and the season's still pretty far away. But have your teammates said anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, up here, they don't really worry about it too much because I haven't played with them in 2 years, you know. But the people back home who I played with at Louisville, yeah, we talked about it before, you know. It's like, it's about time for you to lose one, you know. And, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess it's pretty hard to go, undefeated like that. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but now my goal is, now I'm going to really try to go undefeated, you know. I didn't really think about it the past couple of years, but now since I've done it 2 years in a row, I really want to try to leave my college career undefeated.
Yeah, it's something really special. Has there been any times, though, when you give up a certain amount of runs, you're hooked for the loss, and your teammates kind of dig you out? Is there a specific time that you can think back to of those 14 wins?
Yeah, actually, it happened this year. It was a bad start for me. We played against Vandy, actually. I was starting down there, and I gave up 5 runs in the third inning. And I was, scoreless after that, and I came back for the next inning. I was still scoreless, but we're down 5-4 because we put a 4 spot up. And we went 18 innings that game. And I had the loss ready in the 9th inning, but we came back and tied it up. So I pretty much had lost a close one right there. But like I said, our defense and our offense just took off again and got us back. But, yeah, it was some pretty close games. And, I mean, like I said, I didn't really think about it then, but after thinking about it after the game that, like I said, I could have lost that game. And, yeah, I've probably been a little upset about it. You know, I'm not trying to think about myself, but it would also been great, staying undefeated like I am right now.
Yeah, and a win's a win, which is great, the winning mentality. Have you ever thought, though, that maybe how much of it is luck as opposed to how much is performance? Is it a mix of both? Because you've now experienced 14 wins and no losses.
Yeah, I would say if I had to throw a percentage out there, 75, 25%. I say, luck is at 25%. Obviously I probably came through 2 or 3 times, where I was losing a little bit either by 1 run or, 5 runs. But really, you just got to go there with mentality. You can't really think about that when you're throwing. Like I said, I never really think about that stuff when I'm out there throwing. Just when I come out after a game, I really think about it. But I really think, there's a little luck to it. But also, that's just baseball for you. Baseball has a little luck to it.
You go to Louisville. You're from Cave City, Kentucky. You grow up amidst a Louisville-Kentucky rivalry, recruited by both schools. Can you take us through that process?
Yeah, I was kind of a late bloomer, I guess, in high school. I was still real small and everything, so not a lot of schools really looking at me, at the time. And then when I actually got a little bit bigger, small schools started looking at me. Then I always wanted to go to Kentucky. I always been a UK fan all my life, and every sport, my whole family's been UK fans. And when Louisville started recruiting me, I was shocked, and I went to a couple of showcases, camps, and they really liked me. And so I just, took into consideration, that's with Eaton College. And just things didn't work out with Kentucky, and just I went to Louisville, look at their facilities and their coaches, and just took off from there. I felt real comfortable at Louisville, and I just felt like home there. So that's my main decision over UK.
You said you grew up a Kentucky fan. Is your whole family Kentucky fans?
Yes, but not now anymore. They all converted. They have to. And even my uncle, actually, he said he would never do that, and he did it for me because, obviously he comes watch me play baseball. And, we used to have UK everything in my house. Now my parents, as soon as I signed, they were Louisville fans.
So how difficult was it for them? Not that bad?
No, it really wasn't that bad. Maybe bad with my other family, but my parents, they're there to support me no matter what. So obviously it was a tough thing to get through, I guess. But my dad, he's gonna be there for me no matter what, and he's always gonna be a little fan. I doubt he'll ever go back to be a UK fan after this.
How close do you live to Kentucky compared to Louisville? Which one do you live closer to?
I live closer to Louisville, actually. UK is 2.5 hours away. Louisville is just a little over an hour. So, but that ain't really the decision. That wasn't the main thing. I didn't care if I was close to home or anything. But like I said, the main reason, Louisville had the best coaches, and I felt comfortable with them.
Derek Self out of Louisville. On your bio at Louisville, your favorite movie listed, Summer Catch, which is about the Chatham A's, now the Chatham Anglers. How did that come up? Did that happen first before you came here to Chatham?
Yeah, well, actually, it's one of my favorite movies. I don't really have a favorite movie, I guess, but it's probably top 5. And it's just like, it probably came out when I was like 10 years old, and I always watched it. Any baseball movie I watch, you know. And it was like one of those movies, like, it's not like a true baseball movie, but it has to do something with baseball. So I really liked it. I probably seen the movie over 500 times. And of course, you know, 10 years old, I just kept watching as I grew up. I still watch it to this day. And yeah, I always told my parents, like, I want to come up here and play, you know, because I knew it's like the best league to play in and prestigious. And I was like, I want to play for that team. And it didn't work out that way where I could say, Coach, I want to play for Chatham, you know. But I found out I was coming up here, you know, I was pretty excited. Then I found out I was playing for Chatham. You know, I thought it was like, it sounds corny, but like a dream come true, I guess, you know. So it was awesome to come up here and play for Chatham.
Yeah, so what was your reaction initially? First thing you find out, I'm going to play with the Chatham Anglers, a team that of a movie that I really like to watch. I mean, what's your reaction there? Are you excited that you finally – it is a dream. I mean, it's corny, but it's cool.
Yeah, well, my coach actually told me, my pitching coach, he does all the sending off the kids on the summer, you know. And he told me, I was like kind of shocked a little bit, you know. I was like, really? And it was like, yeah, you know. So I was pretty excited. I mean, I'm not going to jump up and down or anything. It's not like that. But I mean, I felt, you know, like everything happens for a reason inside, you know, everything that's came along throughout my whole life, you know, to lead up to this point. And, you know, just after that happened, you know, I was pretty excited to come up here. So I wasn't even going home, you know, I left straight from Louisville to come up here. So I was so excited to come up here. So
Derek Sell from Louisville, thanks for joining me on the Catch of the Day.
All right, thank you.
That's the Catch of the Day, and I'm Scott Braun on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Go Anglers!